taking control.
Disturbing production.
Food, one of the most basic components of human life. Something that is diverse and different in every culture. People have managed to make these dishes out of nearly everything they find. Some dishes can come off as disturbing and gross to Western palates. Cultural staples that seem to be food of nightmares. Today we will be covering the top 5 disturbing dishes that will make you sick. Number 5. Century egg. Century eggs are a bit of an oddball, not necessarily gross by their looks, but by the process by which they are made. In order to make a century egg, a regular old egg is buried in the ground in a mixture of ash, quicklime, and salt, and left for a few weeks to ferment. During this time, the egg becomes a translucent brown, while the yolk becomes a sickly, thick, disgusting green color. This gross dish is actually a really popular appetizer in China. Number 4. Balut. I've never been a fan of eggs. The texture and taste always seemed a little bit off. However, this dish takes it a step further. Balut is essentially boiled egg embryo, a point where the egg is so far developed you can see the early stages of the chicken develop. Considered gross by many, this boiled monstrosity is considered a delicacy in many countries around the world. Number 3. Zombie octopus. There's nothing more horrifying than your food moving after you've eaten it. In Japan, fresh raw squid is a delicacy in some places. The idea of eating a recently killed fish is horrifying enough, but what takes this monster to the next level is the horrifying effect that occurs when you pour soy sauce on the carcass. The octopus begins to twitch and flex its tentacles. This is due to a reaction with the salt and the still alive cells of the octopus. One disgusting meal you are not soon to forget. Number 2. Ping. Arachnophobia is probably one of the most common fears in North America. These creepy, crawly things that hide in the nooks and crannies of our home are enough to terrify absolutely anyone. So it comes as no surprise to say that it's shocking to think that anybody eats these. In Cambodia, there exists a dish called ping, which is a species of tarantula that is fried and eaten. Whoever came up with this idea had to have been sick or starving to think of such a terrifying concept. However, it's considered a common meal in this part of the world. Number 1. Human genitals. This one is probably the most disturbing on the list. It's best to start by getting the facts straight. A 22-year-old Japanese man by the name of Sugiyama was cooking for a banquet. It's safe to say he wanted to make an extra special dish. Give the patrons something they had never eaten and will likely never eat again. So this is why Sugiyama served his own genitalia as a meal. A group of 5 people ate them, paying as much as £160 for each. They were made to sign waivers saying that if they chose to eat it, Sugiyama was not responsible if they became ill. He verified that he had no venereal diseases, and as an asexual did not get any female replacement parts. The idea of eating one's own body as he had originally intended is disgusting enough. However, the fact that he thought it more appropriate to serve to other people is even more disgusting. This is one terrifying dish that will surely never be forgotten. Here we have what should be the educational main what it has to say.
Oh, somebody's sleeping.